And welcome to the next episode of Soviet Republic Workers and Resources. I'm Salaya, and in this episode, we are going to continue improving lives of our People's Democratic Republic's residents. So, let's see what we've got more. In this one, we're going to buy some cars finally for our people. So, our people will have more cars. It's great. Only 4 workers unemployed. So, kindergartens are doing their job well. And people are getting more and more education. That's good. Let's give people more cars. Let's see. So let's start with here. What places are reachable from here? Well, some buildings are reachable. So let's buy some cars here, like 4, not more than that, maybe 4, 8 tops, not more than that, because we also want to have lots of space here for people when they make our produced cars. Alright, so let's add some more cars here. Which ones should we add? I added 10 of the cars that are not available anymore, so it was like some GZ something, I'm not sure what was it. This gas M21. So I have 10 of these, only 10 of these in this big city. So more cars are needed. Let's add more cars to the story. This is everything for now. Not a lot. We could add few German ones. You know, just for show. Let's add them like in city center somewhere. Closest to it as possible. Well, not really close place to it, if you ask me. Well, never mind. Let's add some cars here. All of them, they're not going to expire anytime soon. They're going to be around for a long time. So let's add like maybe 10 of these first. They're going to go in 75. So maybe 5 of these, right? Let's add 5 or 4 or all 8. Well, let's add 4 here, 4 over here, and let's add like 4 somewhere else in the other part of city, maybe in this middle one. So 4 of these Tatra cars. So we added 8 of these, and let's add 10 of these, so we kind of have a round number, 10 of these kind of cars. And let's add them on again another part of the city, maybe here. Let's add 2 more. They're going to fill up 2 more, so everybody have 4. Kind of cool. Okay, so let's add. We have 10 of these Tatra cars. I kind of like not keeping track of how many cars do I have, but kind of having some kind of round number of them around. I don't know why. It's just, I have no reason to prefer such a thing, but it's simply how it goes. So let's add some more cars. Let's add here some cars. We also have 2 cars zoned here and 4 here. So let's do this 4. Let's add here some 4 cars. Let's add these ones that are going to stick around to 77 as 100 Czechoslovakia. So probably Skoda. Let's add some of these Skodas. 4 of them or 2 of them. 1, 2. So 2 Skodas here. And let's add 4 Skodas here. Let's see who can reach this parking lot anyway. Well, many residents can. Okay, so they can get a car from here. Let's add some cars then. 1, 2, 3, 4. These Skodas. Okay. And here we can maybe add 2 more Skodas. How about here? 2 more there, 2 more here. Good deal for me. So we have 6 already, right? 4 here and 2 here. So let's add 2 more here. That makes 8 Skoda cars. And 2 more over here. Why not? Or maybe over here. Well, let's add 2 more here. So 10 Skoda cars added. Okay, 10 Tatra cars added, 10 Skoda cars added. That's very nice. what more cars can we add to this story. These are going to stick Fiat 125 Polski Fiat, or Fiat from Poland. This is a legendary car. Actually, my wife's grandpa still have this one. It's just it's a caravan version, and it's green, and it's really cool car because it's very well maintained. It has original parts in it. It's probably even valuable much more than he realizes. But never mind, he still likes that car. He has the car. Her grandpa bought this car like 40 years ago, whatever, something like that, so long time ago, and he still has it with pretty much original parts, or all original, and pretty well maintained, been in garage and so on. So I had few rides in this one, and it's going to be here for a long time, so we're not going to buy that one yet. Let's see what else can we buy first. So we bought these 10, we bought these 10, we bought these unavailable 10. These are going to be here long as well. This one here too. 91, 91. Well, you know what? Let's buy some Ladas then. This is a new car. Let's buy a few of them. They come in 4 different colors, so we can combine colors a little bit too. So let's buy 2 blue Ladas here. Let's say. Maybe we should go by 4. There's going to be 16. Let's go with 2. So 2 blue Ladas in this garage. Okay. We have 4 cars here with 2. We have 4 cars assigned here, and 2 are Ladas, blue Ladas. We have 4 cars assigned here. How about here? None. Well, let's assign 4 Ladas here, right? Let's assign a few Ladas here, and let's make them other color. Let's make them yellow. 4 yellow Ladas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we already have 6 of them. I'm going to buy 4 more, so I have 10. And where will I put them? So, well, how about 2 here, 2 there? No, why not? So let's buy 2 here. Let's choose another color again. Red one. 2 red Ladas, and let's add 2 white Ladas over here. Okay. Can you walk in? Okay, lots of buildings are available here. So we have 10 Ladas. We have 4 here, and 4 blue ones here. 2 actually. 2, 2, 2, that's 6, and 4, that's 10. Okay, and we have our 4 colors. That's kind of cool as well. Okay. And let's see what more cars can we buy. What more cars we want to buy. By the way, I added like, what, 30 new cars? 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these. It's easier to keep track like that, I told you. So let's make 50. So let's add 10 more cars. Some kind of cars. And let's add 2 more here. 975. Okay, we added these. Well, we added most of these that are going to be here for a long time, so we don't have to hurry with buying any specific model. Let's play a little bit. Let's add some Beetles and whatnot. So let's add here maybe 2 more Beetles. Should we buy 10 Beetles? Yeah, why not? So 10 is going to be a lot expensive. Like, let's not buy any Beetles for now. How about that? 18,000. Okay, not very expensive. So Beetles. 2 of them here. Okay, so we have 4 cars assigned here. 4 here, okay. And 4 here, that's good. And let's assign here like 4 Beetles, or 2 Beetles. So 2 Beetles, there they are. So we have about 4 of them. And let's see where more can we assign these things. 2 Beetles here and 2 these guys here. Okay. 4 and 4. Right, 4. Yes. Where else? Where else? Where else? 4. We already have 4. Do we have 4 here? Yes. Everywhere we have 4 cars. That's cool. Here we have 4. Here we have 4. We are not going to assign any cars here because no residential anybody who lives in a building cannot reach that parking lot, so cars won't be assigned. I tried that. So I tried to put cars here, but nobody gets assigned to the cars because they simply live far away from these cars. So that's it. I'm not going to assign any cars there. Okay, we can buy 6 more Beetles then. I mean, I want to buy 6 more Beetles. We can buy whatever we want, but I want to buy these. Oh, here, can we assign anything here? Let's assign 2 Beetles over here. Okay, that's good. So 4 more to assign somewhere. Hmm. 4 more. Well, you know what? Let's just assign them here because lots of people can go to this parking lot. Yep. So let's assign all of them here. Okay, so we have 8 cars assigned here. And overall, we have like these. I bought 10 of these. I bought 10 of these. That's 20, 30, 40 cars. And I have 10, so 50 cars on the streets. Or should we go up to 100? Well, as you see, we probably won't have enough parking space for all the 100. So let's leave it 50 for now. Let's leave it like that for now. Maybe let's go to 70, like we have 7,000 people, right? 7,000 residents. Yeah, let's do that. So let's add a few more somewhere. How about adding some more here? Yeah, we could do that. So let's add a few more here. Let's see which ones. So Beetles, no, not anymore. We have 10 Beetles, it's enough. And let's see which ones can we add something new. So let's add something cheap, you know. Let's add Travis. 20 more Travis, huh? Warburgs. Well, let's go with Travis for now. So let's add like 10 of these, and end of story. Kind of boring a little bit, but never mind. One, two, three, 4. And then here. I already have. We have here a lot. 8 of them already. 8 here. Let's add more here. So 4 Travis. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 Travis. 2 more somewhere. Should we assign any cars here? Well, let's assign those 2 Travis. Maybe they'll get the honors from that one building. Okay. So 2 Travis here, 10 of these Travis and 10 the other ones. Let's assign them somewhere here on one of these parking lots, or both of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's assign them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 more of them somewhere. right. Interesting how I don't have any parking place here in the middle of the city. This is the closest one to the city center, and it's kind of in the end of the town, so I don't know. Well, let's assign 2 more here then. So here, I suppose, 2 more, and that should be like 70 cars around. And for now, it's okay. But we haven't decided. We bought these. We haven't bought these Tatras. They're like really expensive. I mean, come on, you can buy 4 Trabbits for the same amount of money. Too expensive. I haven't bought these. Also kind of too expensive. So these ones are expensive, but I don't know. And I haven't bought Warburgs. East German Warburgs, East German Trabants, Travis. This is, I suppose, Vaz again. Right? Yes, Vaz, some different kinds of Vaz, Tatra, Polski Fiat, Polish Fiat, and Skoda. Okay, added cars. Cars are probably soon going to get new owners. Ooh, yes, almost instantly. Look at this. Already 70 people own a car. Alright, so all cars have got their owners. No car is unassigned, which is good. Only university education. Yeah, why not? We have like 400 people with university education, only 70 cars. So yeah, I think that's fair enough. So the people are going to start using their colorful cars. I would like to have a little bit of everything, but we're going to add other cars later. And let's deal now with the gas stations. So let's buy a few trucks for them. Let's see how many gas stations we have. I want to buy 1 truck for each gas station, maybe 2. And how do we stand with the gas stations? We have 1 gas station here. Only 1? Oh. Yeah, only 1 in this part of the city. Wow. Another one is like here. So 2. And 3 gas stations. Well, probably that's enough for this city. They are all placed conveniently, so 3 gas stations. Yep, 3 gas stations. Maybe 1 more should be placed here. Think about it. So 3 these red gas stations. 4th one is over here. 5th one is over here. Number 6 is over here. Okay. So 6 gas stations there, and 6 gas stations over there, and do we have any here? 7, and that's it with the red gas stations. 7 of them. So maybe all these 7 gas stations could be served with like 2 or 3 trucks. Huh? So let's say maybe 3 trucks. So each of them serves 2 stations or something. Or 1 can serve these 3, and 1 can serve these 2, 1 and 2, and another one can serve 1. There is 1 more. We have 3. So here we have 3. That's 3. And here is 4. And here is 5. And oh yeah, 6 one is there. So 1 can serve these 3. These 2. 1 can serve these 2. And 1 can serve these 3. So I think 3 trucks might be just enough. So let's get that. 3 trucks. Okay, so what about Soviets? They don't have any, so they have only buses. And all of them are kind of slow, not really much more useful than the Soviet buses, than Warsaw Pact, communist buses. Only this one is kind of probably best bus in the game. I'm not sure what is this one for, so expensive, it's not even so fast. But again, faster than most of the communist ones. Okay, and here, what do we have here? So let's see, where is it? Oil tank, there it is. I like to buy these red trucks, you know, for the red stations, and also they're not going to be available here soon, so kind of good enough for me to get. Let's buy 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3, and let's assign them with their work. But let's see, I haven't counted on other stations. Here we have one more, and then I count them as kind of different brands, so I like to assign them different truck. You know, these kind of little things I like to enjoy in the games, like micromanaging stuff. So buying certain amount of cars, let's say assign them in certain way, like some here, some here, some here. Giving, let's say, a different color truck for different color stations. So I kind of like playing with that. So don't mind me. You don't have to play like that, but I like to. So we have here 2 these modded small stations, so they're going to get a different truck for fun. Also with buses, as you maybe noticed, all of the buses that transport workers from here to workplaces are of the same brand. I simply like that. And the bus that goes around the city, we don't need so fast bus though, so we could buy any cheaper, but again, but 2 of the same look. So I kind of like splitting things like that. And by the way, you have that in a real world. I mean, metro lines usually have different colors for different lines, buses sometimes, so I kind of like that as well. So we have one station here, another one here too, that can be served by one truck. Okay, and then that's it, only these 2. Okay. Do we have any of these small ones here? No, we don't. I was planning to add one more small gas station here, so all 3 of them maybe could be served by one truck, huh? They could. Okay, so let's add one more station here. Minol gas station, Minol from East Germany. They still exist though, but just a few stations. Like in Leipzig one, I think. Somewhere else, I don't know. But I didn't build any of these. I built these small gas stations, so I want to fit one here, if it's possible anyhow. And as you see, it's kind of not. Oh well, alright, never mind. Only these 2 then. One truck for them. Let's see what truck will we get for them. Something different, not that truck. I want to get something different color. Truck can transport 12 tons of fuel. Okay, let's get something similar to it, not something small. For example, this is only like 4.5. I wouldn't really like this one as well. So let's see what we're going to choose for them. Maybe this one, who knows. Let's see what else we've got at our disposal. Well, all of these trucks, most of these trucks are actually going to be here for a long time, so whatever you pick, not a big deal. So let's see what will I pick for them. Let's see what is the color of the station. Bluish, blue, whitish, greenish. Maybe this one. Why not? This one. Completely grey one, huh? But this bluish one kind of fits better. No, I'm like a girl now. So let's just take this one and end of story. Okay, so let's give them assignments. You, dear, will go to pick up fuel here. So you're going to load, well, not anything, you're going to load one specific thing, a fuel. And then you're going to take that fuel here first, right? Which one is more convenient, here first or here first? Kind of whatever. Never mind, you can go here, let's say, first. And then here go first. And that's it. And then return. So you just not load anything here, you would unload 50% of what you have. Why 50? Because other 50 will be unloaded here. So unload this to the 100%. If you set up 50 here again, it will then unload the half of the half it already has. So it will unload the half here, and then that one half left is going to unload only one half here if they set 50%. So he's going to have 1/4 of the full tank remaining, which we don't want. That's why in the end one you set 100%, so he empties it all. Alright, and you can go to your assignment. And you can go to your assignment. And the thing is, we're going to set these things these stations not to buy fuel anymore. So as you see, when they have this sign, they use rubles, money rubles, to buy fuel automatically when it goes below some point, below this point, 14 tons. So we're actually going to cancel that, because they're going to get oil from our own reserves for our own production. They don't have to burn our money on buying it. That's the point of setting this chain of, let's say, trucks delivering oil. So this one also is not going to buy fuel anymore. And during the game, I'm going to monitor a little bit the fuel to see if they have enough or not. Let's see. All right, so that was my wife. I will be with her very soon, just to finish this episode. This is probably going to be the last one for this evening. So you see now he bought some fuel, somebody bought some fuel here, but the gas station didn't refill its reserves using money. It is waiting delivery truck. So this is how it works. Delivery trucks brings the half of what it has here, because it's been told to do so that way. And now the gas station has 16 tons. Probably this one delivery truck is going to be enough for these two stations. Alright, only 30 something people working here now. Ooh, that's not very much. But of course, not a lot of workers available. As you see, less than 3,000 workers. As you remember, in the beginning of the game we had like maybe 2,200, 2,300 workers. So our pool of workers haven't really increased a lot. All of these people are like babies still, and 800 people are children, and not a lot of people are adults, like 21 plus. So let's see what we've got here more. Let's assign this truck to something. What did we say? These 3 stations will be managed by 1 truck. Probably going to be enough. We're going to check that, but probably, let's say. So first thing you go, you take fuel here. You don't load anything, you can load just fuel. Though only fuel is connected to this, no bitumen, no oil. So if you tell him to load anything, he will actually load fuel anyway. But still, I want to confirm, to like be sure that's fuel, right? And then you're going to bring that fuel over here, and over here. And each of these stations you will unload 30% of your fuel. So let's set it like to 29. Let's not load, so unload as well. So it's automatically set to load, unload pattern. So 30% of your fuel. I don't know why this rounds up on 9, so it should say like 30, not 29, but never mind, it's like near 30, so not a big difference, not a big deal. And unload here 100% of everything. So again, everything he has left, it's going to be like 3% of everything, 37%, I don't know, 35. So everything will be unloaded to this last station. That's the thing. So I think you can also start your journey. And don't forget to order these pumps, not to buy fuel anymore, because they're going to keep burning your money and not use much fuel from your own production. So let's tell him not to use this, not to buy fuel anymore, but to wait the truck to deliver fuel. This can make a problem though. If truck isn't fast enough, gas stations can get empty, and when a bus comes here to refill, it will get stuck there. It will not move there, not doing its job. So it can really make a damage to your economy while you discover what's happening, because gas station is empty, but you don't have like any pointer, any kind of information that it got empty. So you have to kind of manually check them sometimes. So this is another message to developers. Developers, maybe you can, when the gas station has no resources, when any place has no resources, maybe you can add some sign above, you know, so we can actually see from this perspective, oh, this station doesn't have resources, and click there right away, without like clicking and checking every place individually. So that would make a gameplay easier. Actually, I'm wondering how you haven't come to that idea before, really. But never mind. So don't buy anything, just wait for fuel, and also don't buy fuel, don't buy anything. What's the... oh yeah, so don't buy fuel. So they're going to wait fuel, they're not going to buy fuel. And I'm going to monitor them for some time to see if they have, if the delivery is quick enough so they don't run out of fuel. What is burning? Can you take me there, please? Oh, this is a big problem actually, because we haven't set any kind of gas station here. Let's try to destroy these things while it's burning. Is it even possible? And rebuild it. Yep, it's possible. So no damage done to the other installations. I'm just going to rebuild this pump. It's going to cost me less than let it burn. I'm going to set up a gas station a little later. I haven't managed to do that so far, and let's not rush into it while I'm managing the gas. Ah, oh, come on! You're burning too? Does some of you have to burn? No, it's just like accident. Two of them at the same time caught fire. Okay, let's rebuild this right away. Okay, well, it costs me now that I haven't built a station, gas station before. Not a gas station, like a fire station. Okay, well, this is the next thing I'm going to do. So after I manage this gas station thing, I'm going to like manage a fire station for this remote like oil field. There it goes. Well, fortunately at least nothing's burning, right? Do you have electricity to work? Yes, you're operating with no issues. Good. Do you operate with no issues? Yes, you are. Good. Okay, so we kind of dealt with the fire in a more expensive way currently. But honestly, probably that was the fastest option for now, the best option. Okay, so again, just be sure to monitor gas stations for a while to see do they have enough intake of the fuel from the trucks. As you see now, this one has 17,000. Let's see, we'll have more than 14 when the truck arrives next time. If it doesn't, then it will probably need more fuel. So this station seems to be busy, right? Okay, let's assign more trucks to other stations. So you, dude, you will get fuel here, and then you will unload your fuel here and here. Not really an awful lot of work, right? So you can maybe manage these stations as well. 2 trucks can manage these 4 stations, I suppose. Or maybe that's a little bit better solution. Or it's kind of same. Well, what the heck. So manage all of these things. So you load fuel here, okay, and then you unload fuel like 25% or something. Let's go with 20, never mind. And no, not load anything, unload. Unload fuel as well, and let's go to 20% of your fuel. And then unload like 20% of your fuel. And then to this one you can unload the rest, I suppose. So 100%. So he's going to unload like 30 something, 40% left. Okay, so load here, unload here, unload here, unload here, unload here, unload not anything, unload your fuel. Now you can start going. Start. And now let's tell these stations not to buy fuel anymore. That's important step. If you don't do that, they're going to keep buying fuel whenever their level of the fuel drops below some level, which maybe you can leave as an option, so you don't have to monitor your gas station. So maybe you can leave actually, like, buy more fuel, buy 2 tons of fuel if your reserve gets below 2 tons. This is what it means. So if he has like 15 tons, he will not buy 2 tons, but if he has 2 tons here in his tanks, then he will buy 2 more tons. He will refill to the 2 tons. So maybe actually that's something we can leave, but again, I want to be sure that no money is wasted for nothing, so I usually don't leave that option. I just turn it off, so don't buy anything, because usually trucks do their job well, honest to be, and if they don't do their jobs well, I can just assign another truck. So point is, I don't like my gas stations buying fuel at all when I have when we produce fuel. Why should they buy at all? They're going to get one more truck delivering fuel instead. So that's the way I like to play it. To also leaving, let's say, like buy 2 tons if you have 0, that's actually a pretty good idea as well, because you avoid the situations of some bus getting stuck and you guessing where is it stuck, where is it. Actually, that happened to me. I was trying to locate one certain bus like for half an hour on the map, and I couldn't find it unless I saw by accident that it's stuck on an empty gas station that didn't have power or something. So that's the thing. When gas stations don't have electricity, they also don't work, so they need electricity to operate. So yep, stop buying this entirely. I'm just going to, I don't have lots of stations. I have like 7-10 stations. I'm going to monitor the level of fuel they have, and if it's too low, I'm going to either order them to buy some, or maybe assign one more smaller truck to visit them again, so they have a proper, let's say, reserve of the fuel. Okay. This one truck is assigned, and I would actually like to copy the same schedule to this other truck, because the other truck is going to do the same thing basically. Maybe it could do it in a different order. Let's do that. So this truck is going to go first to these two stations down there. So you're going to, of course, take some fuel first. And then that fuel you can unload here first, then you can unload some of it, where is the other one? Well, wait a second, we had one station here, right? And then one here, yes. And then you can go like here and here. Yep, that's it. So you will load here, you will load fuel. 100% you will load, and then in this station you will unload your fuel, and you will unload 20% of it. If you set up 30, then you might not have anything left for the last station, so that's why I set 20, and this can go only by 10, so it cannot give me 25. So he will unload 20 here, 20, 20, and 30 something there, not a big deal. So gas station 2, don't load anything, unload fuel, 20% of the beginning stock. So this is like 20%, not of everything left, but of, yes, 20% of everything left. That's the thing. Maybe that's too low. Never mind, just leave it like that for now. Let's see what happens. Unload also fuel, 20%, and then not load, unload again fuel, everything you have left. Alright, so load, unload, 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 go. Okay, so fuel lines working. fuel line is working. No stations are going to buy their own fuel because there shouldn't be a need for it. If there is any need for it in the future, we'll tend to it. No need to buy anything here. Good, they're not buying anything. They're set to not buy. And this will be good for our budget because these stations will not buy fuel when where they used to buy it before. So our budget is going to be spared of that expense, and production that we already have for export is going to, one part of it is going to serve for these fueling purposes. That's kind of the point, right? Oh, this one is pretty well stocked. You see that heat stock already increased for like to 24 tons. This one looks like it haven't been attended at all yet. Maybe it haven't. This one is attended well. This one here, okay, that's good. None of them are buying. No, they don't have a ruble mark. They don't have a ruble mark here, which means they won't buy fuel. Even if they don't have any, they're not going to buy new. Okay, so this station is better than before, better off, so good, so good. Our supply chain seems to be working well. This one is also pretty full. Okay, so the supply chain we set up seems to be pretty more than enough. Maybe we could do the same job with even fewer trucks, but I didn't want to risk, let's say, having some empty station and empty gas station and like adding more trucks later. So I was like, one truck, 2-3 stations, good enough. All right, so that works well. Sales work well. I mean, we're not getting like really wealthy off, but people are living, economy is working. We built lots of new stuff, kindergartens and whatnot, and our account balance still increases a little bit, so we're kind of good for now. What about the iron? Iron maintain its level at about 400 something tons, so this level of exporting only 0.27 tons. Oh, he's loading 0%. Oh, he's really not loading much. Okay, that's why level is maintaining. Okay, but production doesn't require a lot. That's good as well. Okay, so bricks are being made. They're being made very quickly. Steel is being made. People are working to make steel. They have coal, they have iron. These guys also have enough coal. They do. So now all of these buses, all of the trucks, when they go to refuel at the gas stations, they're not going to cost us money. They're going to use fuel they already help produce. That is called how was the word for that? Independency? Self-sufficiency. Yeah, that was the word. Sorry, English isn't my native language. Sometimes I tend to forget some word I actually frequently use when I'm tired. So when I'm tired, I forget something. I would not forget, let's say, in normal occasions. I'm not tired, it's just I'm sleepy a little bit. It's evening here. And I'm going to go to bed soon, just to finish this episode a little bit. And we set up everything actually pretty well. What more do we need to tend to? Let's see what needs our citizens have. One cannot go to hospital, but what can I do about it? We'll go to hospital later. You have a problem with enjoying the culture? Go to cinema. You can go to cinema, I don't care. That's enough of culture for you. No school. There is a school nearby. This is gym. Schools are going to get problem as well at some point. Why? Because these 3,000 children we have now, they're going to gradually, these 3,000 babies, they're going to gradually become children, and our schools are not overcrowded for now, and they haven't ever been since we started this game. But our schools, public schools we have, they're going to get overcrowded probably pretty soon. As you see, they're getting much more crowded than they used to. Almost nobody used to go to school up until now, and now they're like half full already. So that's probably going to be another challenge for us in the near future, making making a little bit more of schools. But I have ace in the sleeve that for that as well, because in the workshop mods from Steam, there are, as you see, there are small houses, churches, but there are also schools, village schools. What is a good thing about these schools? They're small. They cannot have lots of students, maybe like 20, 30, so not like 150 like a big school can. But the good thing about them is they're actually very small. So look, they're so small. Where was it? Where is the village school? What's wrong with it? Ah, there it is. It's so small you can fit it somewhere. Like you can fit it a lot of places where you couldn't fit this big ordinary school. Look how big it is. So you really can't fit that thing like anywhere where you want, right? But this small one, you can fit it in a lot more places here, and that's probably going to solve our schooling problem to some extent. And so adding here and there one more, two more, three big schools, and then few small schools probably is going to be enough. Just like this laundry place, kindergarten laundry place. So any problems with kindergartens? Actually, not really. Nobody's complaining about kindergarten anymore. So these kindergartens we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 17, 18 kindergarten. They are enough for these 3,000 and something children, probably even more than enough, because almost no of them work at the full capacity. Why? They don't have 10 workers. They don't have 10 workers, so they cannot accommodate the full number of students they could. This one has, let's say, 5 workers, 50 babies. This one has like 6 workers, 60 babies tops, and so on. So these 18, 19 kindergartens seem to be pretty much enough for roughly 2,000 babies, 1,800 babies. We have double babies than that, but yet again, not all workers go to work at the same time. We have shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. So usually half of the workers or third of the workers have their free time at any given moment, and they can take care of their children. So we have 3,000 babies here, but not 3,000 kindergarten places are needed at all time. Half of that is maybe needed all the time, and roughly half we have. So that's why nobody's unemployed. Everybody can leave their babies in the kindergarten. So which means that we're going to need schools soon. We have 1,000 school children, and we have like maybe 500 available school places for pupils. You know, we have about 500 capacity for school applications, school enrollment, how to say it. Never mind. So we probably will need some schools in the future, and using combination of these big schools and village schools, that's probably going to be solved relatively painlessly. Okay, so what are students doing? They're studying. Full house with students. That's good. Not many of them are waiting. That's good. So far so nice. So far so well. That's great. Alright. Not many people died since we have a hospital fixed. As you remember, before I built a hospital, but this road haven't been built and people were dying like flies. Like I lost 100 people in the beginning of the game wherever they were sick. But now, since we fixed that, maybe like just a few dozens of them died. So I guess this is kind of normal mortality rate. Lots of them were born here, some of them immigrated, so this number of immigrated people, that was about the number of our workforce in the beginning, and look at this, still the same. So these babies, they aren't growing very fast. Alright, lots of uneducated people, but that's mostly babies and these guys. So we don't have a lot of uneducated grown-up workers, 3,000 educated people, that's about it, and so on. So schools are doing their job well, that's nice. Everybody's doing their job well. So we fixed a few logistics to the gas stations. We fixed the kindergarten issue. We fixed the car and parking issue a little bit. Of course, not everybody have a car. We only have 70 cars in our town. But compared to the 10 we had before and almost no parking spaces, this is a big improvement. Now you have actually lots of parking places and 30% are completely filled up with cars. So every parking lot actually has 1/3 of its capacity completely filled, and we haven't even started building our own cars. So I suppose that's pretty good for now. Of course, you don't want to have parking lots like completely full with assigned cars, like he parks always there, because you want to have some empty space for visitors and so on. Maybe at least like 4 or even 8 places here always empty for visiting cars. I think 4 may be enough, but 8 is even like better. So filling this with the 16 or 20 car stops is okay. More than that, maybe nobody who wants to go here by car won't be able to park there, so you're creating kind of a problem a little bit. As you see, look at this, we have 2 cars assigned here, cars heading this parking lot, so 3 cars are going here, so they're going to fill up this parking lot. So if you already have filled with assigned cars, nobody can come there by car. That creates jams and whatnot. Okay, so city is functioning like a clockwork for now. Everything is functioning like a clockwork. As you see, as much as train exports steel and bricks, more and more are gathered here. It's never empty completely, so the rate of export and production is kind of in balance. Also, steel is produced. They have lots of iron. They have coal. Do they have iron? Iron is still at about, it's kind of, level is kind of falling down. Probably because not a lot of people are working here, so we don't have lots of works, and they don't dig a lots of iron ore, and it doesn't get processed really quickly. That's the problem. And there's the problem of the workforce. As I explained, not enough workforce to fill all of that positions up. But as we get more and more babies, more and more children, more and more workers, that's probably going to get fixed by itself just in time. So we will just wait, and we will get more workers, and in time our economy is going to get more and more efficient. So if we are earning now, we are probably going to earn even faster as we get more and more workforce. So far, so cool. 5 people even have computers. 180 have TVs. 2,000 have radios. What does that mean? It's a good time to have a radio station, because radio station can be heard by like 1/3 of the population of your city, so it has an impact on the culture, on the prominence to sports, whatever. So this might be the next step. We are going to build a radio station, and we are going to build maybe this university, finish it. As you remember, we haven't finished it. And of course, one more key industry we haven't built. We haven't built mechanics factory. I wanted to build it here, so mechanical parts are produced and exported, not steel. So that's going to probably bring us even more earning, because we are exporting a more expensive commodity, which is produced more slowly than steel, but still we're going to see mechanics are about twice as more expensive to export than steel, but if it's made at slower rate than twice slow as steel, then it's actually not worth selling it, because what's what's the worth of it being twice more expensive to export if you cannot produce it, let's say, more faster than twice than half of the speed of steel. So if you can produce only 10 tons of mechanic parts from 100,000 tons of steel, 1,100 tons of steel, sorry, then I'm not going to produce it. Simple as that. So let's see actually at what rate is being produced. We can see that maybe here. Oh yes. Oh, so look at this. We need 22 tons of steel to produce 15 tons of mechanic parts, mechanic components, whatever. So it's about 30% lower. 30% lower quantity. And the price is almost double, not really double. This is like 375, this is like 650, but it's probably going to be more worthwhile for our economy to export mechanical components, because from 22 tons of steel, so for like about 8,000 worth of rubles, we can make 15 tons of this, which is about 10,000, 8 of mechanical components. So it's better to export mechanical components, but barely, 20-25% better. Do you understand how I calculate? So 22 tons of steel, 22 times this, it's about 8,000. About 8,000, so let's not be completely precise. You can get for these 8,000, you can get 15 tons of these, as the factory says. So 15 tons is like 6,000, and half of that, 3 more, about 10,000 rubles. So it's better to export 15,000 tons of mechanical components than 22,000 tons of steel. But it might not be the case for every commodity. So I actually haven't been doing calculations for everything. But that might not, let's say, count for everything. For example, look at this. Bitumen is like twice as more expensive as fuel, almost. So it's logical that it's kind of better to export that one. But let's see how fast it is produced. So look at this. When we say to the oil refinery, fuel you produce almost twice as faster as bitumen per day. So basically, exporting either of these commodities is going to earn you about the same amount of money, because selling 75 tons of bitumen today is going to earn, at the price bitumen has, is going to earn you about the same amount as 125 tons of fuel for a little bit lower price. So there's the calculation here. So for now we're completely fine. Everybody, look how lively our city looks. Actually, I'm proud of this city here because it really looks like a big city, you know, like a big mall here and lots of buildings. Looks like a Soviet city, but kind of a nice city core, nice downtown. It really looks like a city. It doesn't look like a small town or something. Of course, there is nothing more. There is nothing a lot outside of it, as you see, but only basically that core. But it has potential. We can expand city here or here or here and make it like entirely different, let's say, part of a city, and made its own hospital, its own like stores and so on, and make it a little less downtown-like, and it's going to look like some suburban part of the city. That's not the core of the city. So I started with making a core. It looks like a city's downtown, a core, so kind of cool. Not many people waiting. Okay, many buses are arriving to pick them up. People are flowing around in flocks. That's kind of nice. Our city is lively. Nobody's complaining much about anything. Spirituality. You have lots of look at this church here. Why don't you go to church? No visitors. And it is connected well with everything. And can you go there? You can go there. So I don't want to hear about spirituality, honestly. Nobody's complaining about kindergarten. No, because probably these people, these workers and their wives are probably at the top of their reproduction rate. So probably 3,000 men won't create more than 3-4,000 babies at the same time, so in the game. So probably we are at the peak of a baby boom for now, and probably we're going to have a next baby boom when these children get here and become workers and make their own babies. Will we have some kind of decline because of lack of workforce or generations, let's say switch of generations? I don't know. That's not really easy to calculate. Probably we're going to see some pattern when the generations replace each other. There is enough room for new families to be formed, so we are not like overcapacitated with the... We have enough free apartments, so we're not at full capacity. So as these people gradually grow to adults, they probably will be lots of them, most of them will be able to have their own children while their parents are still, like, let's say, working and alive and still occupy these places. So I want to say that these 40 empty places, apartments here and in every building, basically like 50-40 empty apartments, even half here, look, lots of them, they're going to be probably completely enough for a generation rotation, you know. That's the thing. So probably we won't see any kind of population decline or workforce deficiency, whatever, as things are going like this now. Probably at some point we're probably going to have some less babies, some less children, or some more workers, or some less workers, whatever, but that's probably not going to be very drastic. Probably going to be well. Okay, so lots of people are getting educated. As you see, now we have like 440 something people having a degree, and at the time we were buying these cars, that was like 370, 50, and I haven't imported any yet. Highly educated people. So I'm proud of how this turned out. Turned out well. Economy is self-sufficient financially, not in production. We don't produce everything we need. So in the next episode, as I told you, I'm going to build mechanics factory here. So we produce mechanics and start exporting that. And probably we're going to build a chemical factory soon after that, and everything that follows it. And one important like whole area of economy and production we haven't touched yet, it's the food production. So in the next few episodes probably we're going to work also on food production, find some suitable place for a farm, set up some production chain for food, for meat, for livestock, and for alcohol. So this mall also doesn't buy food or alcohol or meat, it gets it from our own, let's say, factories, and also these guys get the alcohol from their own factories, and also so we can make another resource to sell and boost this balance here. So that is what we're going to do. Food production chain, mechanics factory, probably chemical factory right after that, and maybe slight expansion of the city. Nothing drastic, so not building a new, for now, not building new parts of the city, just adding building here and there, optimizing things a little bit more, maybe producing another electricity power plant, because this one sometimes, you know, makes the situation where everybody leaves and then no power for some time, and I simply don't want to have problems like that. So probably one more electric power plant will reduce that power outages to a minimum. And that's it, guys. If you like this episode, hit the like and subscribe, please. If you don't like it, you can also say in the comments what you like or don't like, so we can adjust to it and fix that. And thank you very much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next episode, and I wish you a lovely evening. Here it's evening, so I wish you a nice day or evening. See you in the next one. Bye bye.